Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of your most educative and informative TV talk show on New World TV, The Daily Trend. The Daily Trend is a panel TV show that hosts a group of outspoken discussants who come together to share their thoughts and views on issues that trend in our everyday lives. Here on Daily Trend, we talk about everything and anything. And today in the studios with me are Pascal and Enoch, and we're going to talk about international celebrations. Remember, you can watch this episode and all other episodes through our various social media handles. On Facebook, it's at The Daily Trend TDT, and on YouTube, it's The Daily Trend Playlist. This show is aired on every Thursday at 9:10 a.m. and at 4:10 p.m. and repeated on Saturday at 9:10 a.m. and at 4:10 p.m. We'll be right back after the break. Please don't go away. You're welcome back. Now we are talking about international celebrations. When we say international celebrations, there are celebrations that have been earmarked by the United States and they are commemorated every year, at least on specific days. Some of the celebrations are specifically on some specific particular days. Others too vary, depending on what we are celebrating. So
it's the United States. No, it's the United
Nations
or other organizations that are international.
Yes, the United Nations actually.
Yeah.
So once we have helped me with the interjection, what are your thoughts on international celebrations?
International celebration, as you have just said, they are celebrations or they are internationally recognized festivities or campaigns that are geared towards particular goals. So for international celebrations, there are so many. Now, as we are coming to discuss, we will be talking about the health-related celebrations or campaigns. So we will be talking about the religious ones. Now, in the religious ones, I know of the Easter celebration.
Okay.
Now, the Easter, it is celebrated by the Christians, and we celebrate it to mark the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. And during this period, you see Christians all over the world. They'll go to church, they'll pray, and it is a festive moment. They observe it, and in fact, on the Easter night, Easter Monday, you see Christians go to church. They spend the full night in church.
Easter Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yes.
They spend the whole of the night in church, and even there are sunrise services. Early morning, they go to church and perform services. Go back to the house, and there is family festivities. They prepare food. I mean, they make merry in the house. Yeah.
So I think even before the Easter,
as we are in the month of December, let me just hasten to add that December, among the Christians, they celebrate Christmas.
Okay.
Though it's celebrated worldwide, it's not every Christian that celebrates Christmas. Let's also not forget about that. But we are not here to talk about those who celebrate it or not, but it is celebrated worldwide. That's what we want to.
But I think even before the Easter Sunday, Christians have some two festivities that they mark. We have the Good Friday. The Easter actually starts with the Palm Sunday, the Sunday before the Easter Sunday.
Okay, yeah.
And then the Palm Sunday is in remembrance of the triumphant entry of Christ into Jerusalem, where he rode on a donkey.
Yeah.
So after the Easter Sunday, then you get to Friday. That's a Good Friday. It's the day that Christians believe, historical, that is the day that Christ was arrested and crucified. And then he died. So on a Friday evening that Christ is believed to have died, then on Sunday morning it is believed that he was resurrected, and that's why they mark the Easter. That's why it commemorates the death and resurrection of Christ.
But Christmas and Easter is not the only religious festivals we have in the world. We also have the Ramadan, which is the month of fasting, and it's a pillar in Islam that is observed by all Muslims.
Okay. So
in the month of Ramadan, every Muslim is supposed and must fast. Of course, unless you are not healthy or old age, that's the only time you can exempt yourself. But if you're a strong Muslim, you are supposed to fast during the month of Ramadan.
Okay, so I think with Ramadan, that's where you have Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha coming
That's
in.
actually Eid al-Fitr.
Okay.
Yeah, because in Ramadan, if you are a true Muslim, you have to also you must celebrate or you must observe the Ramadan.
Okay, so but you know, in the academic, the religious calendar of the Islamic calendar, they have either 29 days or 30 days,
Yes.
and so that's a period for which they fast. Why do you have to fast before you now break your fast and celebrate? I just wonder.
You know,
because we're talking religious
the
festivals.
fasting. The fasting is to actually renew their faith in Allah.
Okay.
And then strengthen themselves, pray for forgiveness, and then pray for the good years or days ahead, and all those things.
Okay, but there's also the Eid al-Adha. What we are talking about, where after the 30 days or the 29-day period, you break your fast and you celebrate, is the Eid al-Fitr. But there's also the Eid al-Adha, where they commemorate the sacrifice that Ibrahim tried to carry out on Ishmael. And I think Christianity, they have a different way of celebrating.
Let's not talk about
yes. But so, of course,
we should just stay to what is for the Muslims and then for the Christians.
So basically, Muslims have
Yes.
two major festivities that they commemorate. That's the Eid al-Fitr and then the Eid al-Adha.
Yeah.
Yes, but I was told by a Muslim friend that Fridays are observed, of course, worldwide. Every Friday, Muslims gather to pray, and it can be celebrated. It's that prayer is also referred to as a way of celebrating the grace of Allah on their lives.
Yes.
But
just like you were talking about the Ramadan, after the fasting, the period of the fasting, the following day is actually a day of Mary. You see them, they'll cook, enjoy, share the food with those who are in need, and also they do a lot of things so that they will help the poor in need. First, I asked a friend, a Muslim friend, he was
that
like,
is zakat, giving alms to the poor.
there's zakat fitr, and that they actually give out food items or other things to those people who are in need, so that they also help them, because it is also a way of helping the poor people or those who are less privileged.
Sometimes the good thing about religion is sometimes we are obliged to help people. In Islam, you are obliged to help the needy. Yes, so you can't do away with the poor people around you and you go out enjoying yourself.
Well, but I think even in Christianity, there's another day that is really marked worldwide. That is the Ash Wednesday, especially by Orthodox and Catholic churches. The Ash Wednesday marks the beginning of the fasting period. So on that particular, it's called Ash Wednesday because that day is usually and always on a Wednesday. So Christians go to church and they celebrate the Holy Mass, and then after that, remember we spoke about Palm Sunday. On the Palm Sunday, what happens is that they get palm fronds, they gather them, they dry them, they burn them, and they keep the ash. So on the Ash Wednesday, they soak the ash and then they make the sign of the cross on the foreheads of the congregants.
But among the Pentecostals, is that also observed, the Ash Wednesday?
Generally, almost every Christian fasts within that particular period. That's for 40 days actually.
The Lent period.
Yes, the Lent period. And for you to mark the beginning of Lent, it usually starts with the Ash Wednesday. Yes, so that's, and then they've chosen to fast for 40 days. Remember when Jesus was alive, he fasted for 40 days in the wilderness. So it's a period that you put yourself in the shoes of Christ and try to experience the pains he went through during the fasting period. And it's also an opportunity for you to ask for forgiveness of your sins from God. Yes, and a whole lot of things. Yes, but apart from the Ash Wednesday, they also have the Val's Day.
Valentine's Day.
I don't know whether that one has now become a social celebration or still a religious celebration.
It's more or less social.
But of course, originally, Val's Day is not supposed to be a social issue. It's actually a religious thing. You know, it started by Reverend Father Valentine. He was a Catholic priest, and I'm told that he was incarcerated some time back, and then he fell in love with a lady. Not the negative kind of love, agape love, if you want.
Agape love.
Yes,
okay.
and then before his death, he wrote a letter to the lady, and then beneath it, he wrote, "Your Valentine." So that was what started the whole celebration of Valentine.
Okay.
But of course, on Val's Day, it's not only Christians that celebrate Valentine.
Yeah.
You have almost everybody, and that is usually every 14th of February, every year.
And on that day, people try to wear red clothing and all that. Have you observed that?
Yes. Pascal, do you know?
Yes, but in recent times, people used to wear white and red instead of the red. I don't know why.
Yes, I'm told that, you see, red
changes.
has, in symbolism, red signifies blood, you know. And for you to be able to share your blood with somebody else, it means you really love the person. So that's why they wear red. And you see, most times when they want to present love, they draw the shape of the heart, and the color is usually red.
Yeah.
So I think that's why. If not, I don't think there's any special reason for which the color red is chosen.
Yeah.
I think so. Basically, that's it.
Okay. So let's get into now. We have the UN has, just like we have said in the beginning of the show, the UN has the World Health Organization as well has marked some public campaigns for some health issues. For example, we have the World Diabetes Day. And on the World Diabetes Day, it's a day that is actually celebrated on November 14th. November 14th every year. And it is celebrated to mark the rise of the effects of diabetes all over the world. And diabetes is actually something that is curable anyway.
Okay.
The diabetes,
is diabetes
the type 2
curable?
diabetes.
Okay.
The type 2 diabetes is in a way curable. Maybe through exercise, taking a balanced diet, very nutritious one, of course, and also through avoiding the intake of tobacco.
Okay.
Yeah, and also it is actually curable. And diabetes is very, very bad. Well, it can cause blindness, heart attack. It can cause stroke. So now this day is actually celebrated all over the world to create awareness upon the effects of this disease, and also to let the people to try to do as much as possible to avoid or to cure as much as possible this disease.
Well, then I think there's a
We also have this World Tuberculosis Day that is marked every 24th March.
Just a minute. So to manage diabetes type 2, you mentioned that it's important we avoid tobacco.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting that you've just chipped in with the World's
World Tuberculosis Day.
Okay.
Yeah. With the tuberculosis, you see, people in Africa, some believe it is a curse from the gods. So when somebody has something like that, they begin to push the person away instead of telling the person or helping the person to a vicinity where he can be taken care of, like the hospital, because it's actually curable.
Okay.
But they don't do that. They think it's a curse, so they just push the person away, and then the person dies at the.
I think you cannot blame people who are not aware of how diabetes functions if they don't want to associate themselves with the TB patients, because we know that in as much as it is curable or preventable, it is also more or less like an airborne disease. You can actually contract TB from an infected person. And of course, so if you have an infected person at home and at the end of the day you are all beginning to get the signs and symptoms of TB, you can imagine how scary that would be, and nobody wants to contract such an ailment. And I'm sure that's why.
Is it the best to push them away?
It is not the best. That's why we need education.
It's also it's a communicable disease. It is easily transferred from one person to another. So though we don't have to isolate ourselves from them, but we all have to create the awareness that this is the disease. We can stop it from the beginning.
And that's what the World Health Organization have been doing over the years.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, viewers, for staying with us. We are going on a quick break, and when we come back, we shall be talking about socially related celebrations all over the world. Please don't go away. You're welcome back, viewers. We're discussing socially related holidays or celebrations all over the world. I have just realized that there's something like World Friends Day that is celebrated all over the world, and that is done on every 30th of July. Have you heard of World Friends Day?
Yes, I have. But before we go on with that one, let me talk about something previously.
Okay.
We were supposed to talk about World No Bra Day.
World No Bra Day.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Pascal, I think our viewers will be very much interested in knowing what you mean by World No Bra Day.
You see, over the years, our women have been suffering from this breast cancer.
Okay.
So the World Health Organization have took it upon himself to create this awareness of breast cancer. So they mark a day that almost every lady shouldn't wear a bra. Okay, that's on the 13th of October.
Yeah.
Yes, just to create the awareness that you should go for screening, and then maybe when you have some difficulty in your breast, you should seek medical assistance as early as possible.
Okay,
is that one
so
different from the Breast Cancer Day?
I think
Well,
the
it's
two go
related.
together.
Yeah.
Because the World No Bra Day, on that day, women are actually encouraged not to put on their bra so that their breast can rest. You know, take a break away from all the holdings and strappings and all the restrictions that they have with that can go along with the bra. And so it's to help create the awareness of breast cancer. Of course, what it also means that it advocates for you to go for screening and then early treatment should you have signs and symptoms of breast cancer. And of course, if the earlier you get to a health facility for the screening, the better it may be for you to get cured, so that you don't lose your breast. I think that's what the World Bra Day, no Bra Day is. And that's on 14th October.
No.
Or 13th October
13th
rather.
of October.
Okay, wow, that's quite exciting. Yes.
Okay, so that actually we have digressed more from the main topic we are about to talk on.
You know, Pascal, we were supposed to talk about social related celebrations all over the world.
And on the social related issue, we have you mentioned of
Friends.
World Friends Day.
Yes.
So what actually happens on that day? World Friends. Actually, that I think is a day that is yet designated to show that just for friends to socialize, know the importance of having friends, and also at least show some concern with your friends. Show love. Yeah, because.
Okay, so do we have to wait until the 30th of July to appreciate our friends?
Oh no.
I'm just wondering, because if you have a friend, you should learn to appreciate your friend. Not wait till it is 30th of July, then you say it's World Friends Day. So thank you, my friend, for being there for me, for the support, blah blah. You know, all.
But
those
you
things.
know, all these things is the emotions that come with it. That's what matters, not the day per se, but the emotions that comes along with it.
Okay.
That's what we aim at, not really the day to tell a friend something, but we want to talk about the emotions, the affections.
Okay, so 30th of July basically is a special day for you to recognize
maybe there are some
the
friends
essence
you've
of
not
that
seen
friendship.
them for a very long time. You call
Okay.
them and all this. You hang out.
Okay.
Actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
For the date, it doesn't just matter.
Okay.
Because you celebrate your birthday, but doesn't mean apart from your very birthday, don't you celebrate any other day? We are always thankful to God for every other day in our lives. But the birthday is a day that you have just kept special because you were born on that day. Just render thanks, glory, socialize with friends. So just like the Friends Day.
Are you aware every day is Christmas? Every day is Christmas.
I'm not
But
aware.
we still have Christmas to be 25th.
Voila.
Let's not forget about that one.
No, when you say every day is Christmas, I don't know what you mean by that. Does that depend on the person? Or because we
It
know that
depends on the
officially
person.
25th December is Christmas.
Yes, but we have everyday Christmas for everyday people. You don't wait till Christmas before.
Hey.
The things you are going to do on Christmas, you could still do them today.
So there's no need actually commemorating Christmas on 25th December. Is that your point?
That's not what I'm trying to say.
You can't say that.
What I'm trying to say. But the issue is every day is Christmas, but we still have Christmas. Let's continue.
Okay, according to Pascal, every day is Christmas. But I'm sure we have also heard of World Global Family Day. And that is celebrated on the 1st of January every year. That's New Year Day, actually.
Yeah.
Yes. So with the World Global Family Day, it's a day for families to reunite, to come together. It's an opportunity for you to meet those family members that you probably have not met for a very long time.
Yeah.
It's usually an opportunity for you to sit down and talk about issues that may be disturbing the family. If you have a bit of friction between you and another family member, on 1st January, it will be a perfect opportunity for you to ask for forgiveness,
Yes.
and then to reconcile.
There are a lot of international days we are supposed to observe, but most of us don't really pay attention to those days, like the International Thank You Day on the 11th of January.
International Thank You Day.
Yes.
What is that?
So-
Actually, it's the most polite day.
Okay.
It's the most polite day in the year.
International Thank You Day.
Thank You Day.
Wow.
So
Yes.
does that mean, okay, you see what you were talking about? So does that, without that day, you cannot say thank you in any other day or what?
We do say thank you, but
What's special about that? The thank you on that day.
the most special thing about when you do something to me right away, I will say I will appreciate it.
Okay.
Yes, but when that day come, it's least expected that I come to you and tell you, gracious, you remember the last time you did something for me? I still appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, the emotions that comes with it is also another thing altogether. It makes the person realize that no, what he or she did is what appreciated.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah. So just like we have the International Family Day.
Yes, that's on the
We-
1st January.
1st
actually.
January.
That's on the New Year Day.
Okay.
Family Day.
We also have other festivities that are celebrated to honor members of the family. We have the Mother's Day, the Father's Day,
Okay.
Siblings Day.
Oh, there's Siblings Day.
Siblings Day.
I didn't
Yeah.
really know that.
So all these
I
are-
know of only Father's Day and Mother's Day.
All these are celebrated to honor members of the family. Say thank you, mom, for being there for me, for carrying me for the 9 months. For my case, it's
You are in love with
exceptional.
your mother.
Again,
You are really in love with your mother, but
no,
Yeah,
but
you should be
it's
saying
natural.
Father's Day, not Mother's Day.
Thanks for your love, for being there for me always. At least that day, appreciate mom for her love. Appreciate dad. Appreciate your siblings and everybody that is there for you in the family.
I like it when he said appreciate that, because our fathers are always out there striving just to put food on the table every day. So over the years, if you could realize when it's Mother's Day, is like you see that the participation is very high, and then the publicity is there. But when it comes to the fathers, you realize that no,
I
there's
think-
something wrong somewhere.
I think it's
What
because
is really wrong?
yes, I think it's because there's a greater bond between child and mother than between child and father. And of course, we have types of mothers. We have the biological mother and then the social mother.
Yeah.
Yes, and you realize at the end of the day, in most cases, it is the dad goes out to work, all right, especially in the African setting. Fathers are expected to work hard and bring home resources to take care of them.
Because mothers have very
But
deep
So
influence on
here lies
children.
the case. Those who are bringing the resources back home, they are the very people we don't cherish much.
No, it is not as if we don't cherish our fathers. We are just saying that looking at the contribution that the child gets from both sides, what is evident is the mother's side. Remember, a mom carries the child for 9 good months.
Yeah.
In fact, in some cases, more than 9 months actually.
Yeah.
And goes through labor to give birth, breastfeeds this child. The mother is actually the first teacher of the child at home.
Yeah. So
And so it is important that, left to me, I think if we cross out Father's Day celebration and have only Mother's Day celebration, I'll be okay with
so
that.
you mean that is the justification. That's why Father's Days are not really, how do you call it, appreciated.
I think they are appreciated, but if I had the option of choosing from the two, one, I would prefer Mother's Day to Father's Day, any day at any time.
But the two are actually, we have to observe the two. But you Pascal, you know that you have been with mom for long. Mom has carried you for 9 months. He has taken off your diapers and everything. Mothers are priceless. We need to appreciate them.
So that means fathers, they have price.
I'm not saying please, that is a false question.
Don't put a price tag on fatherhood or motherhood. All we're saying is that mothers have a much more greater bond with their children,
yes,
than fathers. And so when it comes to recognition of which of them is more relevant, I'm just saying, it's my opinion anyway. I'm saying I'll prefer Mother's Day every day.
I'm here to agree with you guys, so we can still go on.
What is your beef with two of us thinking that Mother's Day is more relevant?
I don't have anything against mothers. Okay, I don't have anything against mothers. Okay. But I just believe, in my opinion, fathers are supposed to be equal when it comes to appreciating what our parents have done for us. Fathers should be equally appreciated.
Yes.
That's all that I'm saying.
It's very
not
true.
that I have something against mothers.
Pascal, when you were a kid and you were attending school, basic level, whenever you went to school and you were asked to come pay money or do something in school, between your father and your mother, which of them did you speak to first and why?
For me, I would say just 50-50.
No, you cannot speak to both of them 50-50.
Because here lies the case. Sometimes when I come home and my dad is around, I talk to my dad. Okay. Sometimes I talk to my mom.
Which of them was easier to approach at that time?
Okay, for me, I wasn't having difficulty approaching both parents. That I'm scared of my dad, I don't go to him, or mom. No, it was equal for me. Okay. That's why I have those opinions that they should be.
It is very true. The role the father plays in the family can never be overlooked, especially the sacrifices of daddies. You cannot account for them. We have to equally appreciate them. They are also very priceless.
Yes, but the point simply is, I prefer Mom's Day to Dad's Day.
I prefer Dad's Day to Mom's Day.
Okay, I like both.
Okay, guys, since we're still talking about socially related celebrations or international celebrations, I'm sure you may have heard of the World Social Media Day. That's on the 30th of June. Yes, the world celebrates Social Media Day on 30th of June. Social media. And the main aim of the celebration is to remind the world of how through social media communication is easier, how we now interact freely and easily with one another. It doesn't matter, you can have cousins or siblings or relatives or friends, no matter where you can find them in the world. With the help of social media, you can still get interactive.
Yeah. And
especially with the advent of video call, they're all part of social media. And every 30th June we celebrate this day.
Yeah, social media.
That goes with National Day of Democracy.
Okay.
Yes, that's celebrated on the 15th of September. Yes, when most countries weren't having that freedom, just like the media freedom. We still have countries who don't have those freedom to air anything, or everything. But some countries are still enjoying those media freedom, and then the National Day of Democracy.
So,
and
you're confiding two things: press freedom and the National Day of Democracy. Which of them? I'm not getting you very clear.
You see, all those things have something in common with democracy.
Yeah. Okay.
If there's no democracy, you are not going to have the press freedom you are talking about. And even social media freedom, you're not going to have all those things. So first of all, you need to have the democracy before.
That begs the question as to whether England is a democratic country.
So there are other countries that are highly monarchical, and other countries too are not democratic, as we are saying. So the democratic, many countries observe that the national democracy.
I would say there is democracy in everything.
First
of all, do they cast vote?
They vote,
yes.
but not for.
Since there is vote, there is democracy.
I will have to explain for you to understand. When I say they vote, you see, England is ruled by the Queen Elizabeth. They don't vote.
She's performing the ceremonial function. Okay.
And who performs what function?
The
I know they have
Minister.
a prime minister.
Yes,
but the prime minister is under the control of the Queen of England. Take it or leave it, and that is it. So it is a kind of democracy, but it is different from the kind of democracy that we're talking
system
about.
of government.
I just like it when
different.
he said it's a type of democracy. I just want the democracy word, and the democracy is there. So
your point is, countries that practice democracy,
yes,
there's press freedom, and
both
freedom. Democracy Day and Press Freedom Days are celebrated. Okay.
Okay.
I like
You also have the International African Child Day, and this day is actually a day that was observed by a group of African children in Soweto. Okay. And these people, they led a movement, a protest against the poor quality of education that they were going through in South Africa, Soweto, in 1976. So these children actually, thousands of them led the protests. And it's a day that's actually observed every year in June 16.
16th June.
16th June.
Wow. Okay. So, Pascal, what would you like to give to your viewers out there watching? Your last words specifically.
Christmas is approaching. In few days, we will be celebrating Christmas. They should just hang out with their families and then make merry.
Wow.
We'll see them.
Okay, viewers, thank you very much. It's been wonderful hanging out with you. If you have missed this show, don't worry. You can watch it again through our various social media handles. On Facebook, it's at the Daily Trend TDT. And on YouTube, it is the Daily Trend playlist. Until we come your way again next week, stay tuned and goodbye.